Hi, everyone. I wanted to talk today about the emotional side of dispute resolution, and I'm not being touchy and feely here. I can tell you emotions are key to understanding what good and bad dispute resolution look like. They frame everything you do in dispute resolution. So here it is. Hi, I'm Alex Martin. I'm a commercial litigation specialist, and these are my no-bull legal tips for business owners. Okay, we're talking about emotions in dispute resolution, and let me tell you, every single dispute I've ever dealt with has an emotional aspect, and most are completely dominated by emotions. Even if you think you're being objective about your measurement of success in a dispute, often it's your emotions that frame your sense of success. So let me give you a couple of tips about that. Number one is you need to define what you consider success is as objectively as possible, and then look at your alternatives as to what's realistic and compare what you want as a successful outcome to what actually is likely to happen, and then look at the emotional element in all of that. And I can tell you all disputes have a similar emotional dynamic, and that is at the beginning of the dispute, often you've got a lot of anger, a lot of frustration. You're often only really dealing with your side of the dispute and haven't really engaged with what the other side says. You're often not worried so much about what it's going to cost at that point because you're upset. And then what will happen is you'll issue the proceeding or start the dispute, then the other side will respond to your claims, and then often anger will actually lift. You'll become more angry, more frustrated because you'll be met with resistance. Almost all disputes are met with resistance. The other side doesn't just capitulate straight away, and that often increases the emotional side of the dispute. And then over time, as you get through a mediation and through the next steps in the dispute resolution process, often then you become focused on other parts of your business. The dispute might drag on, the heat comes out of it a little bit, perhaps the cost increases, and over that time you tend the emotional, the anger and the heat comes out of the dispute, and you tend to relax. And it's often around that time that you have a mediation and you can resolve things. Mediations can increase the heat again, but understanding that kind of emotional dynamic in a dispute resolution context really will assist you to get a better dispute resolution outcome. Understand why you're feeling what you're feeling when you're feeling it, and understand how the other side might be feeling the feelings they're feeling at the time and how that'll impact their response to you. So I'm not saying I've got all the answers about managing emotions, but there's certainly trying to stay objective and understand the dynamic as it flows through almost all dispute resolutions. And I've resolved a lot of them, and almost all of them have this same emotional dynamic. Understanding the emotional roller coaster that you're on and that they're on will help you get a better outcome in your dispute resolution. So good luck, and I'll talk to you next time.